Hello and welcome to UCB One's Spotlight Sessions. I'm Bex. It's great to have your company. And joining us is the wonderful Jessie Dipper. Jessie, welcome along. How are you?
I'm so well, thanks.
Oh, that is good to hear because you've had a little bit of a year.
I have, bit of a summer.
A bit of a summer. Well, we'll get into that as we sort of chat on. But the first song we're going to hear from is I'm a Mess.
You are?
Oh, I so much am.
Same.
This song has resonated with me so much. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, I'm so pleased. That's the design of this song for sure. Is getting rid of the things that think that we shouldn't be messes for sure.
I love that. Well, I'll let you take it away, and then we'll have a bit of a chat.
Bro, love that. Thank you so much. Wrote someone's in his hoe when she's an alcoholic, law-abiding citizen with ripped jeans and lipstick in her teeth. And I thought that I was singing about someone who wasn't me. But I'm a mess, I'm a glorious mess with cheap winners, concealer, rum and coke is my dress. I'm a mess, I'm a tumbling wreck. Somebody come save me from the dress that I met. My nose is paper thin, my words are built up, so I figured that a drink would help me get to where I want. Oh, a confident swagger, hilarious speech, and a dialed sense of rhythm plus personality. But I'm a mess, I'm a glorious mess with cheap wines, concealer, rum and coke is my dress. I'm a mess, I'm a tumbling wreck. Can somebody come save me from the dress that I met? It's like I'm walking down a shrinking alley, weighing the bricks, giving and dripping with sweat as I sway in the walls around her actually in my head on the ground. That I'm found in somebody else's bed, somebody else's house, somebody else's room, somebody else's dreams and somebody else's dolls. It's in my head, 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 it's in my head. It's in your head, it's in your head, it's in your head, it's in your head, in your head, in your head. I'm a mess, I'm a glorious mess. Could somebody come bring me a serenity prayer? I'm a mess, I'm a tumbling wreck. Control's gone to my head. I try to take the lead again, but I'm a mess, I'm a glorious wreck. I've forgotten who I am and whose I am and all this stress. But I'm a mess, I'm a glorious mess. Just when Serenity said, hey, I love your mess. Surrender said, hey, I love your mess.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, I'm a mess. I mean, it comes from a very personal place of you just going, I ain't got this. And in fact, this year has been very much of that. Can you just kind of share? You were all set. You had done a lead of a gig in London and Camden. Everything was going great, and you were all set to be at Big Church Festival again.
Yeah.
And then a pig named Rosie turned up.
Yeah, it was. So we had the I'm a Mess single had been, playing it and gigging it with the band for about 2 years. We're probably doing it by now, and we'd recorded it in the session in the studio and wanted to make that live sound happen. So the obvious choice was a headliner show to kind of promote that. And what was exciting was we chose quite an intimate venue to kind of release the story of I'm a Mess, which is much more being actually not just this like a certain year in life, but more just in general the fact that we are all messes from Dot because of certain things that have happened in
in history, obviously. And so I really wanted to emulate that storyline of the mess. And so we had this whole plan to release it, and then it came out and we did the gig, and we were going away on maybe a week's holiday, myself and my husband, who is a part of the team making every piece of content with me. And we're a 2-person team as a result of that. But what happened was 2 days into this holiday, I was watering Rose the pig, and I just fell into her pig pen and broke my elbow. So it was a whole other version of what it is to be a mess, for sure. And this has been a journey for a number of years for a number of reasons. But it was suddenly like everything stopped. I wasn't able to even hold a guitar, let alone pick it up. This is the elbow now, and for the viewers anyway, I wasn't able to do that, let alone hold it out in here. So it's been a real journey, and I couldn't play. I could barely have the gumption to write a song or anything like that, and I was so high on cocodamol for so long. So I didn't have the brains either to continue to push the song. And it was a really interesting season for sure, and we've got plans. We've got other songs out as a result of I'm a Mess, and we've been building momentum again. But it is interesting, just, the storyline that continues after even you've made your best laid plans to say, hey, I'm a mess and look at me, be messy, in a really kind of strategic kind of way. And then you go and fall into a pig pen. So if that isn't Prodigal Son vibes, I don't know what is.
It is quite amazing. And it's amazing to see you on your journey. I mean, I love the fact as you switch out your guitars and all that sort of thing, that you even sat there and had a bit of fun. It's like, well, Forrest Frank's broken his back. Crowder's got pain. I've broken an elbow. So this just means that I'm clearly a Christian musician. You had a bit of fun, wrote your own songs and all of that, which you can go and check it out on the Instagram because it is a lot of fun.
Thank you. Yeah. I would, I'm as a songwriter first, like words were my first love before music. And I would argue back to the Christian musician thing though, because I love Jesus to bits, but I think that I do have a real struggle with that label of being a Christian artist. And it's interesting, the Forrest Frank story and how he's actually being very unashamed about the reality of his healing and the pain that he was in with that song. But it's interesting how we can try and take it into our different realms as well and have an intersection for sure. So it was an interesting time for sure. But interesting also how many people were in the same boat in terms of suddenly loads of things were happening across the world. I don't know what that's all about, but
clearly God's doing something. Another
something.
Part of being a mess is actually sharing that part of what made you who you are. And your next song, Sirens, actually shares a little bit of your childhood and a horrific thing that no one would ever want to have happen. But what led you to go, no, I want to share this part of my history?
Well, it was actually realising as a younger kind of person trying to figure out who I was a bit, that there was part of me still holding on to this trauma that had happened a long time ago. Basically, the storyline is that I was trying to help my mum when I was about 2 years old, and my youngest sister, who was 2 months old, needed a bath, so I put her in the bath, but I put her in the wrong way up. So in that moment, Charlotte, my youngest sister, had all the water had gone to her lungs and she wasn't able to breathe. So we had this rush of emergency that I had no concept of, where she was taken to hospital. Miraculously, she could have died, and at one point her pulse was no longer active, but she was healed by incredible, doctors and people who were top of their class. And I hadn't realised that I'm a helper at heart, and I hadn't realised that I still needed to address some of that need to help and need to just let go of any guilt that maybe my younger self still was hanging on to. And I think that it's really important that we talk about miracles because they are active and they do happen. But equally, people do die, and that is another part of my story and a thing that we should be making art about, because it is all the plethora of what it is to live a messy life as well. So it's a very special song, and you'll hear that it's hopefully one that people feel enabled to sing along to, and it's quite fun by the end of it. But yeah, it's one that I really love the opportunity to play whenever I can and to tell that story if appropriate. Yeah.
Well, let's hear it. It's Sirens.
Okay, thank you.
Heartbeat drumming to the sound of sirens, blasting through the lasting winter's night. A child so young, face down upon the water, a mother's daughter, a father's joy. Voices echo, defibrillators build there, slowly filling empty voids. And in the corner there's a single sock upon her, the other daughter watching on. She says, Mommy, I just wanted to help you. You sounded so tired and helpless when you were on the phone. Daddy, I just really love you, even when you're busy trying to save the world. But the voices go na 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 na, just echoing the sound of London's life. And the sirens go na 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 na, just echoing the city's lullaby. And hands and prayers, they're brought by hearts so willing to see a change in. I see you, a 2-year-old still sat by the window. She's wondering when will those flowers bloom. She says, Mommy, when you gonna come home? I made up all the pillows just the way you like. And Daddy, thanks for all the cuddles, 'cause I really just want to stay with you all night. But the sirens go na 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 na, just echoing the sound of London's lights. And the sirens go na 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 na, just singing her the city's lullaby. 18 years on, I'm standing here, that little girl with grown-up years. And Charlotte's doing well, you see. The baby lived and she's so free. 'Cause I said, Mommy, I don't want to grow up without my little sister to turn my life around. And Daddy, I don't want you to teach me how to live my story without her in the world. But still the voices go na 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 na, just echoing the sound of London's lights. And the sirens go na 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 na, na 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 na, just singing her the city's lullaby.
Very amazing.
One thing is that Charlotte turned 24 yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, so she's a free woman, living her best life.
that is absolutely amazing. It is the Spotlight Sessions with Jessie Dipper. Now, you just shared a little bit of your story with Sirens. Another song that has a lot of personal meaning as well is I hope you don't mind me writing.
That's the one.
Can you share a little bit of who you're writing to in this song, just before we hear this amazing tune?
Yeah, this song is one of those that it was never intended to be released, for sure. I had a cousin when I was very, very young, as we all do have cousins, and we were the same age, and we completely grew up together. But she died when we were both roughly 4 or 5, and although that was such a long time ago, obviously a lot of life has happened since then. It's one of those griefs, as many happen, that has influenced so much of what I have sought in life, and understood through suffering and the theology of suffering and what it means for people to die in one case and people to be resurrected in others. And so this song is basically me catching her up. It was very much, I wrote it just trying to write a letter to say, hey, I miss you, and this is what's been going on, and there's a empty space at the table, as it were, but I just wanted to fill you in, and let you know I love you. So it's one of those ones, and I really hope that people can feel that maybe if they've also lost someone, even if it wasn't through death, that this is a song that can give them license to feel those things of just, it sucks that you're not here right now, and I miss you, kind of thing.
Amazing. Well, I hope you don't mind me writing. Jessie Dipper.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind me writing, but it's been 17 long years since the time we were delighting, laughing till our eyes were full of tears. And I heard our granny came to see you. It's been a while since I saw her. I'm sure she settled in quite quickly. Never found making home hard work. Anyway, I wanted to tell you it's been hard without a friend. But recently I found a boy who loves me to no end. It's almost if from heaven he'd been sent. We had roses at our wedding, and your pictures in a tree, and everyone really looked amazing, but there was an empty space by me. And you'd be so proud of your sister, she's taken London by a storm. And your brother's taller than Grandpa, he's got your tenderness and warmth. Anyway, I wanted to tell you I spend most days playing pretend. Oh, I'm trying to be the woman you'd still call your best friend, but deep down I'm just a mess. And did you know we moved to Wales? Oh, I think you'd like it here. It's near a seashore filled with pebbles. One holds your name through salty tears. And I miss the new ones of your answers for all the questions I'd never asked. Wish we could plan on when we'd have our children, so they grow up just like us. So I hope you don't mind me writing. It's just you seem so far away, and sometimes I wonder if you were a childhood fantasy, maybe from a game of who I'd wished to be. And there's still so much to tell you, but I guess we'll see each other soon, with your own beach filled with pebbles and love to and from the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jessie Dipper, wow.
Thank you.
Powerful, powerful song there.
Thanks. That song is out on the 5th of December, so should be up by this time.
Very exciting. Now, another song that you have recently been putting through the paces, getting ready to get it out there, is In Between the Lines. Can you just kind of share a little bit of the story behind that song and sort of where you were at when it all came together?
So I wrote this song about 2 weeks ago. I'm still writing it currently. It's not been written down for a long time, but it's been in my head for a significant amount of time. And my hope is that the next project to come out, once I'm a Mess EP has kind of all been released by 2026, that next year, that the next project is much more of a faith-leaning type of piece of art. I have been really struck by a lot of my friends who just really, really love and are captured by Jesus. They love this concept, this historical figure that they can understand existed on earth. And yet they have so much hurt that they see in the church. And we've had a lot of things happen in the UK and the US media with regards to the church, and as I said earlier, I don't regard myself as a Christian artist, but I do love Jesus, and I put that into my music, and I'm passionate about places outside the church, using music to slice the atmosphere and to make a much more of a bridge, I guess, where we can talk about Jesus in a real and authentic way. But I've never used the name Jesus in a song. I don't want to throw people off. I don't want people to think, oh, this isn't for me, because it uses religious language. But I really wanted to write a song that was reminiscent of this idea that it is all about Jesus. And like, as a band, we've done some really exciting things, and I just get to the side of stage sometimes, and I just think, I just want this to be about Jesus. Jesus, is this what's going on right now? Because if not, then I'm in a full panic. And this is the kind of thing that might be able to orientate me, I guess, back to that heart. And it's a joy as someone who loves him to be able to just walk alongside him and know that he walks with us, even through those "I hope you don't mind me writing" moments. And this is a song kind of just talking about that confusion sometimes with some people. So I'm hoping this is a part of a bigger project that we can release around about September next year. Maybe.
Well, we're excited to hear the first version of this song, and it is In Between the Lines, the amazing Jessie Dipper.
I don't think religion's gonna fix this, 'cause where's the grace enforcing human systems? And I don't see where it once was written to turn away the rainbows and the hidden. Does it ever cross your mind that we got lost somewhere between the lines of law and love? I don't want it to be true, but oh, some say, is the temple and tradition unredeemed? 'Cause I know friends, they say they couldn't trust in houses where hypocrites still rest in. But there's a guy they really like the sound of, but his bride, misguided as what once was a place of peace, her beauty marred by man-made means. Has it crossed your mind at all that we got lost somewhere between the lines of law and love? Impurity is pursued, love turned to lust, and it fell between the lines, that rugged cross. And I can feel it change, don't know how to feel. What have I to bring? I want it to be real. And I can feel the air dancing in the dark, and I can hear you say, you just want my heart. Oh, I heard about a man who broke a curse. He held it on his shoulders till it killed him, tearing down the lines that lay between us, meant nothing in the way of me and Jesus. No,
Amazing. Jessie Dipper, it is the UCB One Spotlight Sessions. And that was an absolutely beautiful, beautiful song.
Thank you very much.
Part of your journey is that you and your family, you have moved around quite a bit. You were in London, you're in Wales, you're now in the Midlands. And your next song actually came out about a time when actually you wrote a couple of songs about tube stations in London.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Okay, so context. I don't know where I'm from, for one thing. I grew up overseas. My mum and dad have been development workers in various parts of the world. And a lot of like the Sirens storyline, that was when we were on furlough in the UK for my sister to be born, but normally we'd be elsewhere. And ever since I was about 16, I moved out of home. I moved to Birmingham, studied music there, and then was all over the place. But London was a very important aspect. When we moved back to the UK, London was the first place to be. And I kept going back there as a young adult, gigging and all the rest of it. So that's the context of travel, almost in a nutshell. I put out an album this time last year called Hiraeth, and I've got a tattoo of it on my arm, the Welsh word for the longing for home. So that zeal of the mourners that we can't quite touch on, which I think is quite heavenly as well. And this song was one of the many songs on there. So it was a project of mine that I wanted to capture the sound of different lands. And this was the one depicted to London. There are a few others for Wales and Morocco and Albania and Argentina and stuff like that. So feel free to check it out. I would recommend. It was using a lot of sound sampling too. So this song, when you hear it, and I was grateful, it was played on UCB One, I think. But loads of tube sounds are just throwing themselves all over the place. So you'll have to imagine that when we're playing it. But Victoria Line itself, it talks through that journey of going along the line of Victoria, that blue line, and where I grew up, kind of Brixton, Stockwell way, and I met my friend that turned into my boyfriend, that is now my husband, often along kind of Euston. When he'd come in from Birmingham, we'd go to gigs. Tottenham Hale was an important place. I signed and dropped a record deal around a Finsbury Park, and that was really formative. So it kind of talks about a lot of things, but it's just that essence of, there's always something that is a consistency in our lives, and it's beautiful that we can find that in the world, but not of it as well. And I really enjoyed writing this with some friends of mine, actually, who are not from London either, but they appreciate it very much, same as me.
It is Jessie Dipper with Victoria Line.
Walking through the gates gone southbound, only God knows where it ends. Tottenham Hale feel like a townhouse, music and the gossip blends. Innocence took near the station, just a minute down the road. Finsbury Park of all the places, I wish that I could shake those ghosts. 'Cause I can see the sun riding down the tracks in blue. There's something on the line that always brings me back to you. Yeah. Ooh. Taken down the street from Euston, right by where we used to meet. The rusty scream could last a lifetime if you're sitting here with me. 'Cause I can see the shine riding down the tracks in blue. There's something on the line, it always brings me back to you. Oh, and I can see the shine riding down the tracks in blue. There's something on the line, it always brings me back to you. Oh, Victoria, you wait for lovers at the interchange, new life to be discovered. Victoria, you set us on our way. that I still think about you every other day.
That is Jessie Dipper, Victoria Line, UCB One's Spotlight Sessions. I mean, we're coming towards the end. If someone's seeing this, listening, and they're like, how have I never come across Jessie before? How can they find you? I mean, you've got a lot of projects on the move, a lot of things coming out, some very exciting things coming in 2026.
Hopefully.
If people are wanting to sort of find out more, where can they head?
They can head to my front door. No, joking. I don't know where I live either at this point. But online, you can find me at Jess Dipper Music on Instagram, Facebook. You can look up Jessie Dipper on YouTube and Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music. And yeah, I will. I'm much more stretching my chops as a producer at the moment, and that's been really interesting. So I'll be trying to share that story along the way, particularly for this next project with the Between the Lines kind of vibe. And yeah, find me and to have a chat. Like I just do this because I love people, and that's such a glorious thing about music and art. So please, yeah, get in touch. And I'll be at Big Church this coming summer, unless I broke the other Arrowboy, which will be a nuisance because this one will probably be more practical to not break. But yeah, otherwise, I'll be hopefully doing some festivals across the summer and all the rest of it. So find me live as well, please.
Well worth it, I will say that. You just mentioned the final song that we're going to hear from you is Oxygen, and you said that this addresses some of the anger that you have had regarding your experiences with the music industry, but other parts of your life. It's I think one would refer to as a very raw song.
It is indeed. Yeah, it came out at time of recording quite recently, and some amazing articles that have come out that have really talked about the soul craving, like Soul on Fire is one of the things, and it's a very immediate song. And I get that. It's about being angry at God. It's about questioning everything and anything. I wrote it having really just been messed around by a lot of people who I thought I could trust. And it's taken me a while, and I still feel like actually I'm in that process of healing. But like with the I'm a Mess song, you know, that was addressing some things that were not healthy for me. That I actually wrote the song, and I realised just getting that out was cathartic enough to feel a release of healing. And Oxygen is a similar thing that I still hold on to certain things, and I'm somewhat traumatized, but that's a part of the essence of that raw type of song as well. And it is a cry. It's like if I'm a Mess was the cry out, then Oxygen is the scream that follows. So it's in respect to being a mess. And then I guess Hope You Don't Mind Me Writing, coming out soon, is the reason I'm a mess in some ways. So yeah, it's hopefully it makes sense. It's been a challenge to just articulate it sometimes.
Oh, you've done amazingly well. It's been amazing to sort of take this journey with you over the sort of last few minutes and just sharing some of your songs. And so to finish our spotlight sessions for UCB One, this is Jessie Dipper with Oxygen.
Side of the right, but so many excuses inside of my head. Like how I've got so many things that I've got to do. Gotta quit wasting all my time on things about you. And I swear that's what I mean in the chorus. In fact, this little dream of it's just hopeless. I've got bills to pay and all these mouths to feed. You get what I got to see can't be my priority. Spending all my love on you. It's surely childish and wasting my whole heart for you. It feels so pointless. Of all my hopes are drowned in pain. This love run down the toilet drain. If life just seems a treadmill sprint, then what the hell am I doing with you? Oh, with you. You used to be my oxygen. Whoa, whoa. Used to be my oxygen. Whoa, whoa. See, I've had a side with God and he's got ears to hear the sorrows inside this heart and every flipping fear that's been driving me up the wall, answering all my calls and taking over my life without a petty thought. Oh, anger pounds my head like loose pockets of change, a belly, a pound to spare. I'd appreciate a change. I'm working tirelessly to pay regardlessly for people I've never met while I'm trying to make ends meet. Or if I'm spending all my love on you, what becomes of my home? And if I'm wasting my whole half of you, how does the rent flow? 'Cause every time the dawn comes again, I find myself on the floor, and then the shaking up of the in-between becomes more than just a movie scene. I wish we could be each other's oxygen. Whoa, whoa. And I could rely on you again. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh. Like the wind blows continuously, so the rivers flow so meaninglessly into chasms of the sea's expanse, never enough to fill the ocean's hands. It's so suffocating with these walls caving in. How am I claustrophobic within the freedom I'm in? This oxygen. How I want this oxygen. How I want this oxygen. Wow, wow. How I want this oxygen.